The very first card is the Hangman, and this is a change in perspective. This is a total change in perspective. It's an aha moment. So this may be either brought on by situations from you. This may be brought on by a medical condition. It's when we really look at our life and we decide what is important and what isn't. So if it is something medical, like a heart attack or cancer, we really look at things honestly, what truly is important. And sometimes the things that we thought were of the utmost of priority are no longer even on the list. So it does look like an aha moment has taken place over the last couple of months for you, Virgo. And now you're looking at things completely differently. And what crosses you is the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles, that's an earth sign. I have a feeling this is you, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. It is a king, so it is someone a little older than 30. If it isn't you, now I think this is really you. This is standing in integrity. This is making the hard choices, gathering money. It looks like finances have shifted from one allocation to another, but it also feels like making you, your health, your ideas, making you a priority and no longer carrying others. You are unable to do that with this shift in this aha moment. So the focus is more on you, your health, your happiness, your longevity, and what you want to do with the rest of your life. So that looks like that's in the works, Virgo. The Eight of Wands, this is a great card. This is like when ideas come shooting down from the heavens. So it does look like whatever this aha moment was has shifted your perspective. It has shifted your desires, your dreams, your wants, and what you want for the future. So it looks like you're kind of gathering new ideas is what it's feeling like. Just gathering new ideas before you put them into motion. And there's a lot of stuff coming down from the heavens because you've released a lot of ideals, perspectives, situations, and people that really no longer serve you. And now with this aha moment, you're really looking at things with an open heart and with a real different perspective than you did just a couple of months ago. So what is in the past is the Chariot, and this can be balancing the dark and the light. This can be rising yourself above situations, but it also can mean travel and style. So there may be some traveling that you were going to do that you're not doing since it's in the past position, or it may just mean a visit or a travel plans have shifted a bit. But it does feel like you're finding your balance from this situation, and it does feel like something has changed kind of drastically, so you're able to, or you have to make some choices and let some things go and reschedule some stuff. So this does feel like rescheduling of something large. What is in the present position is the 5. This is the fears card. I call it old, broke, and alone. And it's just a fear. It's just a fear. It does look like whatever change this was kind of brought some fears to the forefront. It may have to do with money. The discs can be money, ideas, business. It may mean that you had to make some changes in your life that you weren't ready to make, and a little fearful about those changes and how they're going to look in the forefront. This can be a change in relationship space that brings you kind of fearful of money or being alone or being broke, or but it does feel like this shift has kind of brought up some fears for you, and that does look like it's happening right now. These are only fears. They are not realities. So, and the more that we focus on the fears, the more we do create them into our reality. So I encourage you, Virgo, to walk through those fears, do what you need to do, change that perspective and allocation of money. It is just a fear. Don't let the fear stand in the way of your wildest dreams and living your best life. It does look like because of all these changes, you've had to maybe take a little guff. There may have been a little squawking, especially if some Plans were changed. Some leisure plans were changed. But it does look like the focus is on you with these changes. But you have to make your healing a priority. And you're growing quite a lot. So a lot of shifts have happened over the last month or so. It does look like it's a very short time that you've had these very, very sweeping shifts of ideas and perspective. That you may have to stand up for what is right. I know that you are a huge humanitarian, Virgo, but it does look like your back is against the wall and you just have to make that boundary super, super clear. And there may be a little squawking about it. You know, most people do not like change, and especially if you were the ones that facilitated change, Virgo, and now you have to hand that gauntlet to someone else to do some of the work. So there may be a little squawking. This does not necessarily have to be just on the personal life. This could be on the business side of things. You may have to reprioritize your workload and others pick up their slack. So, but it does look like a little bit of squawking is happening because of the change. So don't be afraid to stand in your integrity and to continue to create those boundaries for healthy living. What is at the basis of all this is the Tower card. And the Tower card indicates there is a secret that it will come to light. The Tower is lessons through destruction. So if you repeat behaviors over and over again, expecting a different result, and that stuff comes crashing in on you. It can be your health. It can be speaking your truth. But what I'm feeling is there is a secret that is covered up, that is about to bubble up to the forefront. So Virgo, I encourage you to grab those reins and share those secrets. It doesn't feel like it's a comfortable secret. It can be past behavior. You know, it could be alcoholism, drug addiction, an affair, all the uglies and nasties. But something is bubbling to the forefront that needs to be addressed, and you might as well get a jump on it, Virgo, because it's going to bubble up, and better to deal with it before you have to react to other people's responses. So it's better to set everything in motion and deal with it head on. But I'm telling you, there is a secret and it's going to be revealed. So I encourage you to step up in your integrity. I think that's what the King is here to step up into your integrity, speak the truth no matter how hard it is. And it could be just overdoing the credit card and you got to tell the spouse, or, you know, dipping into the kids' college fund. But it's something that you're not real proud of that really needs to be addressed. And I think once you address it, it won't be as bad as you think it is. So the next card is the Six of Cups. So it does look like you're taking care of your emotions. You're sharing your life a little bit more. And it does look like fixing things in the home too. Making things a little more comfortable for yourself, your family, your children. This can be as easy as painting a wall or cleaning a closet, or as big as moving from one home to another. It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of you are moving because of this big sweeping perspective change. You know, a lot of things start to happen once we have aha moments, and once we get it, a lot of things seem to change. Whether it's through your initiation or through, you know, the situation initiating change. But it does feel like there's a change in your home life, and it will ultimately better you in the long run. Maybe a little uncomfortable while it's happening right now, but it does feel like clean out those closets, have a garage sale, paint the house, just get rid of the old so there's room for the new. But it can be a possible relocation as well. The next card is a 9, planting those seeds. It's right across from the other great ideas card. So it does feel like the soil is ripe for planting some of those new ideas. And it does look like a little bit of the fear is around maybe these ideas being successful as well. But just take one and try it. Give it a whirl. But it does look like a lot of your plans and dreams have shifted with this perspective. Things that were super important to you or that you were planning on doing, it's either not possible because of money, time, health. For some reason, the original plan was not, was not forthcoming. So now take some of these new ideas, start planting them in the ground. It is a ripe time for things to kind of take off in abundance. And there's a sense of freedom here as well. Some big shift. Some of you may be retiring. Some may be, you know, moving to another place. There's a sense of freedom from the past that's coming up. So it's time to look at things as a whole new clean slate. There's something about these grapes that are coming up here. I'm not sure. Are you opening a winery? Are you working at a winery? I don't know. But those grapes are kind of lighting up. And it also, the plumpness of these grapes are kind of lighting up like ripe ideas. So plant some of those ideas, nurture them, and make your healing, this orange color here, make your healing, your choices number one priority. It does look like in the past you have put others before you, and it just kind of creates frustration. So time to follow your dreams and to take your energy and put them into what you want to do instead of gifting other people with all your energy, all your great ideas. It's time for you. The culmination card is the 6. So it does look like floating a little bit. You don't have to make any grand ideas. You can write your perspectives down, but it doesn't look like now is the time to really do a lot of physical stuff, more mental stuff. So float with life for the next month or so. Until you get a clear perspective, and it's all right to let other people drive the bus for a minute. You have been kind of the leader of the band, driver of the Winnebago for quite a while. So it's okay to let other people kind of hold the reins of authority while you either heal your heart, your body, or your soul. And the Temperance card is on the other side of here. So this basically is just float. Just float. Allow yourself to see what life brings you instead of being in that kind of overly controlled situation. So what is on the left side of it is Temperance, and that is also finding your balance. There was another finding your balance card in here. Speaking your truth, being temperate with your words and your emotions, living in the light of truth is what's coming up here. So it does feel like a way that you have been living your life, maybe I'm almost feeling like a double life or not, or compartmentalizing. You know, your friends don't know your family don't know your work people. So it looks like things are coming more in together, more unified, and you're balancing your emotions and your life a little bit more unitedly. But it does look like you have kept things separate for many, many years, and now they're kind of all converging on one. It does look like you're dealing with some anger from the past. So speak your truth with love and kindness, but don't let it fester in there. Don't let it fester. I think that's part of what's happening with the Tower. So you can find your balance. You can truly find your emotional, physical, and spiritual balance. Those great ideas are kind of coming down from the heavens, it feels, and that, you know, ask and ye shall receive. If you need a little bit more spiritual support, you know, all your answers are inside of you. We are the living embodiment of the Great Spirit. So that Great Spirit lives inside of us. Do not be afraid to sit in meditation and ask those important questions of the God of your heart, or the Supreme Being, Supreme Twinkie, or a tree if you are on the atheist trail. That is fine. But it does look like asking for help when you need it. But everything that you have, all those answers are already inside of you, sweet Virgo. On the other side of things, it is the 10 of Swords, and this does feel like a betrayal of some kind. It can be a physical betrayal by someone lying, manipulating, stealing, or it can even be a body betrayal if you have an illness that you are dealing with. It can be gossip. It can be losing your job. But it does look like whatever betrayal this was that you are still dealing with really perpetuated the change. So it ultimately will be a good thing in the long run, but you're kind of reeling from the changes and feeling, it does feel like you're feeling a little betrayed over it. So that is your general reading for the month of July, Virgo. I'm going to throw a couple of these great Doreen Virtue Past Life Oracle cards. She just kind of brings it on home with one or two words. And we'll see what she has to say. Communal living. Okay, so it does look like incorporating a little bit of your worlds and being open to community instead of kind of isolating work and isolating friends and home life. But it does look like you are being held a little bit more in a good space with your community. And angels. Always ask for help if you need it. Our angels are here. The angels that are embodied on the planet and the angels that have gone before us. So if you need a little extra spiritual support, call in those angels. Call in the people that have walked the earth with you, that have gone into the light. Ask for perspective. Ask for their help.